Here we go. Face off. JV game up in International Falls at Bronco Arena. Named after Hall of Fame both way All-American football player Bronco Nagurski 100 years ago played for the University of Minnesota and then later played for the Chicago Bears. So that's why they're named the Broncos here. After Hall of Fame football player Bronco Nagurski. JV set to take the face-off. They're at just about 5 p.m. here at International Falls. Doty will take the face-off. Gonzalez, Smythe, with Dean and Thompson. Smythe with the wrister. Gloved. Same lineup. One by the Broncos, face off. They chip it forward, try and race down. 22 has it for them. Brings it around the board. Picked up by Odine. She's then smashed. Gonzalez grabs the puck, tries to look for Smythe. Smythe now has it far ice. She looks to skate. Flipped all the way in, covered by Myra in net. And we'll get a change. Face off by Kendall. One by the Broncos. They lose the zone. It goes out. Intercepted almost. Now intercepted. Beaten back. Lonergan tries to flip it up forward. Lila John getting pinned against the wall. She looks out. Glove stick. And glove saved by Myra. A little sluggish start, but 3-hour bus ride, that'll do it. Kids, so pick up the pace. There we go. Wanabo's got it near ice. Loses it. And we have a delayed. No one home. And we'll get a penalty on the Broncos. So right away, with 13 minutes, 14 seconds in the first period, Lightning will experience their first power play. Savannah John will take face off. She kicks it back to Odine. Odine launches it in, tipped almost in, goes behind net. Burtnick tries. Savannah gains control. She wraps around, point blank, bounce back behind net. She wraps it around for Odine. Odine wrists it in. Back out to Odine. Across to Thompson. Thompson in. Vertnick looks for John, and she got a slapper just sticked out of the way. And we'll have another penalty, I think. So number 22 for the Broncos will sit. So we'll have your first 5-on-3 power play. First 5-on-3 power play. Can you hear me? Right in front of the net it goes. All the way in. The rail looks nice work, but no one skating with her. Smythe looks for Dodie Lonergan, takes it in, a one-on-one, high. Hits the netting, off the goalie's face mask and up into the net, and we'll get another face-off. I tell you how much time's left in the power play, but there's a giant heater ductwork in between me and the scoreboard, so I can't tell. But there's still 2 in the sin bin, and we have 5 skaters out there to their 3. Kendall looks to pass back. She passes back to Lonergan. Over, across, shot, block up and over the net. And Zolak looks to gain control. She chips back to Spaeth. Brielle comes in and wrist shot, blocked again. Lonergan passes back, cross to nobody. Now it's 5-on-4. Wrister, just about glove, picked up and shot right back into the goalie. So a nice wrist shot and then rebound, but shot right back into the goalie. The score is still 0-0. So 5-on-4 still here. Burtnick gathers. Offside will be the call. Dumps and chases. Shot. Wristed. And gloved. we got a score. Avery Longren will take it post to post and a nice back top corner this shot to make it a 1-0 game for your Lightning over the Broncos. Sorry. Shot right in front. Smythe looks for Wanabo. Wanabo looks to take it in herself. Went out crossover, just loses it. Pass centered in front. Sticked away. Thompson. Gonzalez fighting in there, getting after it. And the puck will go to center. We'll look to regroup. Spaeth comes wheeling around. Spaeth coming head of steam. She goes to deep into the corner. Backhand stuffed by the goalie. So, with 6 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the first period, the score is 1-0 Lightning. 1-0 Lightning, 6 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the first period. Drop back for Udine. Udine wristing all the way in, all the way across. Right in front, backhanded, almost wrapped around by Savannah. Smythe gives chase. Capri Thompson holds it in, wrists it up and in. And it'll be a glove save. We'll get face-off coming again, deep in the zone. 5 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the first period. Face-off by Doty, Gonzalez, Smythe, Capri Thompson, and Udine. Smythe gets control. Smythe makes a nice move. Cassandra lets it up and over, just over the net. Capri Thompson dumps it deep into the corner. We're going to get a change out with a few skaters. Her twin sister Kindle wraps around behind the net. Looks for the pass center, but broken up. Controlled out there by Spaeth. She makes a nice move, wraps around. And wrist shot deflects up into the netting. We'll get a face-off. The rink does have Live Barn as well. For those of you that have a Live Barn subscription, Live Barn is at this rink. It said online Minnesota Hockey TV, but in the lobby it said Live Barn. Spaeth, far ice coming in, wrist. Gloved by their goalie. Kick back to Brielle. Brielle lobs it in all the way. Cleaned up by Lila John. Lila John scores a deflected shot and scores her a goal here for the Lightning. Good for you, Lila. So, with 4:22 in the first period, the score is now 2-0. 2-0. We'll have 5-on-5. 2-0 score. 4 minutes, 22 seconds into the first period. Nice pass work. John to Zollett. She looks to chip back. Savannah. Savannah gives chase. She goes around. She's going to go. Comes center ice. Now attack. Attack. She comes deep. Goes for the angle, just deflected by the goalie, up and over the net. Off to the side, Smythe gains control. Out to Odin. Odin lifts it in. Cleaned up and stopped and covered by their goalie. 3 minutes, 25 seconds to go in that first period. Your score, 2-0. Lightning over Broncos. Chip back. Dean holds it in place. Dean wrists it back, blocked by a Bronco player. Chipped back down deep by Odin. Will give chase Lila John. Doty tries holding the zone. She does. Doty's shot just goes wide. Rebound by John goes just wide again. They wrap around. And we'll clear. Odin chases it down. Chips forward. Not controlled by the Lightning. Now it is. Now it's controlled. Chip and dump it in and give chase, and a complete change of offense. The players will change. Backhanded on net by Smythe. Kicked away. Brielle. wraps the boards. Kick chipped all the way down. And we'll have an icing call. 1 minute, 25 seconds to go in the first period. 1:25, first period. Whoops, sorry. I'm not sure the internet or the even all these different applications, so my apologies on some of this. On the shot by Lila John. Stick patted away. Now covered and floating over in front. No one pokes it in and it goes wide. They try to clear. They do not. Savannah dumps for Lonergan. Avery looks back. Nice play. No one there. Savannah grabs behind net. She wraps around. Dumps for Avery. Point blank, glove save by Braille. Shot on net, glove. .48 seconds remaining in the first period. 48 seconds in the first period. Savannah shot on goal, blocked again. 16 seconds to go. Capri has it, passes, and Natalie just shot goes wide. And there we have it, end of the first period. End of the first period, score Lightning 2, Broncos nothing. I think we're going to skate on dirty ice, I believe. We get a couple new Lightning players coming in, a couple other Lightning players going out, getting ready for the varsity game. A little bit of switch here with some players playing both JV and varsity. going to be back here with the second period right away. They'll get a switch and no Zamboni in between the first and second period for JV, so they'll go get back right at it for the face-off for the second period. JV game, second period action about to start next. Second period action starting next. Shots on goal. I'm not sure, but the score is 2-0. The two goals, one scored by Avery Lonergan, the second scored by Lila John. Shot by the Broncos into the body of Myra. The shot point blank right into the body. Face-off went all the way through and covered up by Myra. Dump and chase. Shot twice by Lila John. So, shot and score by Lila John. Dumped in deep by Drill. Held in by shot. Wristed over by Swenson. Slapped all the way down, and we'll get an icing. Icing will be the call. Face off by Anderson. just wide. Smythe in front. Kicked around a couple times, bounced around in front of the net. Now the Broncos look to clear. They do. Wristed, just blocker. Kicked away by the blocker. Wristed wide. Backhanded by Doty. No, not held in. But poked away by Swenson. And ringed back in, and we'll get a change for some of them. Lightning will change out some skaters. She looks to center, just out of reach, and Broncos will clear out to center. Drill looks to gather and come ahead of steam, and she does. Wraps around, centers up, and it goes just wide by Kendall Thompson. She bounces it back out. Buena. We'll get an offside. Face up outside the zone. Went out, shot way wide, gathered by Kendall. She goes out to Udine. Udine shoots it just wide of net, sticked away. Lila John gets chased, gathers it, looks centering for Anderson, kicked away. Udine takes it, wristed in. Shinned away by a Bronco defender. Swenson to Anderson. Anderson centers. Little John in there digging. Held in place by Drill. Anderson deep in the corner, looks to dump it, center it up. It's blocked. She Corbett to Swenson on net, sticked away, saved and covered. 8 minutes, 46 seconds to go in the game. Or second period, excuse me. 8:46 in the second. Shot by Trill, trying to redeflect, kicks wide. Broncos are trying to get it out of their zone. And they do. So it'll come center ice. But Corbett will gather again. She's going to come attack mode. And two Broncos take each other out from the play. Rail comes far ice, wraps around the boards, looks at Chase. Lightning will get a few change outs. It's held in place by Doty. Sent it up looking for Natalie. Again, Bronco Arena does use Live Barn. If this isn't working the best, check out the Live Barn feed. If those that have an account via Live Barn. When I looked online, it said Minnesota Hockey TV, but when we got here, it said Live Barn. And that'll be a good old ice, but we'll get a change up. Change out coming. Dean is going far right. She's going to come center and does wristed into the arm of the goalie. Nice shot. 6 minutes, 35 seconds to go in the second period. 6:35 in the second period. Anderson coming forward. Corbett picks it up, wraps around, looks for somebody. No one's there. Swenson tries to hold, doesn't. She'll have to give chase. She wraps around. Ooh! Came all the way in, point blank, but pad save. Covered up. 4:58 in the second period. 4:58 in the second period. almost there. Minutes, 20 seconds to go in the second period. And we'll get a penalty on number 2 for international fouls. Two minutes, 18 seconds to go in the second period, and the Lightning will be on the power play. 2 minutes. Kicked out to Udine. Udine looks in. Kendall whiff, but gathers it. Behind that stops. Looks in front. It's right there. And the Broncos clear. Shot, blocked, rebound, blocked away. Wraparound, blocked, chipped again, broken up. She's digging in there. Centered up nice, just poked away last second. Lila John looks for someone in the middle. Wraps it all the way around. Kendall out the drill. Not quite. Whoop. Icing will be the call. 31 seconds to go in the second period. 13 seconds left on the power play. Bunch of good scoring opportunities. Just no extra little effort to get it up and over and in. We'll go down to the other way and see if we can't push it. And Corbett, she comes out. Far boards. Chipped in, all in by Swenson, almost. And I think we'll get a change, so. Change for ice means I'm going to end the broadcast and restart because I think I'm going to move to the other side away from the noisy ass HVAC system. So.